Putting 80 years into 5 minutes is impossible. It's not enough time to talk about a man born in a displacement camp in Germany during World War II, getting sick on fig Newtons on his boat ride over to the U.S., and not telling a story about him not being a U.S. citizen until after his first child was born. It's a true story, just found out. It's not enough time to talk about bowling balls down Cedar Hill, Casablanca on New Year's Eve, or even trying to be Mary Poppins jumping off a garage with an umbrella. There's so many stories, so many memories. I do think there's enough time to celebrate a life that was, above all else, about being there, about showing up. For Mom, for Susie, for us kids, his grandkids, his family, and friends, he was always there. Without fail, he was always there. Dad was married to our mom for 31 years until her son passed in 2001. During that time, they made endless memories raising the four of us, showing us firsthand the importance of family, being there for both the Titas family and the Rooney family. After Mom's passing, Dad found love again, actually for the second time with Susie. And for 20 more years, he was there for Susie, her kids, grandkids, loving, supporting, and maybe leaving a few cabinets open along the way. Susie always said, "Kids, your mom was a saint for putting up with him for 30 years." Well, Susie, you've been a saint as well for the last 20, being there for him. Dad was there for us, his fabulous four, Annie, Erica, Christine, and I, our spouses, Scott, Jeff, Andrew, and Jackie, his stepsons, Jack and Marty, and their families, and Chubby too. Helping us navigate raising families, home repairs, buying cars, cooking beef tenderloin, and he always showed up when there was a loss in the family of one of our spouses. Even more importantly to us was him being there for his magnificent seven. From sporting events, to band competitions, school performances, to grandparents' days, Grandpa Donut, regularly sporting a fashionable plaid shirt, made it to as many of his grandkids' events as he could. He was there for first communions, graduations, and not just our kids, but our cousins' kids, our friends' kids, even his best friend's kids. He may not have stayed at the parties long, but he showed up. He was there. People loved him being there. Dad was practical, legendarily practical. He preached financial wisdom to us kids and our friends, often late into the night or the wee hours of the morning. And he practiced what he preached, never buying a new car, scoring the 2 big Bufords for $2 deal, drinking an old smuggler, and keeping collect calls to a sentence or two. Later in life, I'm not sure Practical Pete realized cell phones weren't charged by the minute. His calls with him lasted less than 3 minutes. Professionally, he was a pioneer, the first salesman for Hammer Wine Company. For over 50 years, he built relationships across Cleveland, from corner beverage stores to some of the finest restaurants. He didn't just sell wine, but he built trust and real relationships with his customers, many who became close friends. Friends that counted on Dad. And he was there for many of them during difficult times in their personal lives. Golf and maybe potato chips were his joy, family and friends were his world, and church was non-negotiable. He was there. He cherished his routines that kept him connected. Every morning calls with Uncle Vince, Friday lunches with his siblings, getting together for dinner regularly with friends he'd had for over 70 years. His golf league, Titus Thanksgivings, Christmas Eves, and Uncle Frank and Aunt Vicky's, Peter Stevens, Cousin Mary's house. He was there. He loved being there. Dad never talked about himself. He rarely shared how he was feeling. He didn't ask for help, unless it was a spray paint or cut lawn on a rental property. Helped surprising Uncle Frank by painting his house when he was out of town. Helped fixing his computer, a haircut, a pedicure. Thanks, Christine. And or clothes alteration. Dad made it about others, helping others, serving others. It is just the way he lived. But in the last 2 weeks of his life, everything came full circle. Annie, Harry Pat, Christine, and I were given the gift of being there. for him. We couldn't cure him, but we could sit with him. We could make sure things were in order, make sense of what the doctors were saying, hold his hand, tell him we loved him. We could be there for him, like he was always there for us. I know he and Mom are looking down, so proud of their fabulous sport and how we came together when he needed it most. If Dad leaves a legacy, let it be this. Be there. It's not hard. It doesn't take long. A call, a text, a letter, a short visit. Dad's calls were brief, but they meant everything. He was checking in, letting you know I'm here. I'm thinking of you. I've got your back. We're going to miss those calls. We already missed those calls. It's absolutely surreal that he's gone. And man, do we miss him already. Dad, thank you for teaching us what it means to be there. We love you. We'll continue being there for each other, for Susie, for our families, for our friends, just like you showed us.